What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Cjthecheesedj here, and we're back with another top 6. And today we're taking a look at top 6 things your tribe needs to have in Ark Survival Evolved. One of those is being funky haircuts. Am I right? Yeah, no, it's not those. So we're going to kick off the list, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Coming in at number 6 is farming dinos. So if you're a tribe on Ark and you don't have these guys, well, life is going to be a heck of a lot harder for you. Farming dinos are essential for you to progress throughout Ark. You're obviously going to need dinos to be able to harvest berries for you, wood for you, thatch for you, metal for you, stone for you, everything for you. You're going to need farming dinos for anything you need to do in terms of upgrading a base, raiding people, taming other dinosaurs, everything, you know, gathering artifacts in order to get to the bosses. You will need these resources, metals, thatch, cementing paste, everything you could possibly think of is needed. So for that particular reason, you are going to need lots of gathering dinos. Now, coming in at number 5 is another very useful thing to have for your tribe. Now, if you've built a base in Ark and you obviously want to try and survive on a PvP server, you need to build layers. Whether it be like this, where it's layered on the outside and then you have an inner room, or even if you build double layered walls. We have done both for this base, and as you can see, it has so far served us pretty well. We haven't managed to be raided once yet. We have lost some dinos, but other than that, this has been a great base. Obviously, it's not the most aesthetic pleasing, and it's obviously not laid out the exact way I would like it to. We're still trying to fix that up for now, but layering is another very important aspect of Ark because it prevents PvPers from getting into your base as quick, and this allows you to get back on and protect your base essentially. Just imagine the difference it would take if you only had 1 wall thick versus 2 wall thick. If you only had 1 wall thick, well, they would blow through the first wall, get through to your base, and bam, easy, presto, done. But if you had 2 walls thick, well, then they blow through your first base wall, and say you have dodos on the inside, feather flights, you know, any little creature on the inside that gets blown up while you're somewhere else on the map, you can easily fly back to your base, defend it, even stop the attackers from getting away with your loot. So it all comes down to being prepared for people to raid you. Obviously, if you've got layers, you can even use vaults as layers. If you're able to lay them up against the wall correctly, that can prevent people from getting in, because the vaults act as essentially another layer of walls, but with a crap ton more amount of health. The only downside to this is that obviously they cost a huge amount of resources in order to make, but in the end it's well worth it, because that can be the difference between them getting away with your loot and not getting away with your loot. Now, number 4 on the list are base defense dinos. So these can be anything ranging from dillos to wolves to anything you feel like putting on defense. You can see this little dillo down here is currently our wandering guard. He's just wandering around. Anyone comes into his vicinity, he's going to attack them, PvPer or dino. So essentially, if you have these guys wandering around your base and people try to come in, you know, and try to get it close to your base, try to attack stuff, these guys will always fight back for you. Now, granted, you could have just regular old dinos floating around, not even on wander, just on neutral, so that if anyone comes up to your base and attacks it, they will automatically attack. But these guys are great because they essentially allow themselves to attack and sacrifice themselves, so that if you're out not around your base at the time, you're out on the island, wherever the heck you are, just wandering around, taming up other dinos, gathering resources, whatever the heck you're doing, even raiding other people's bases. You can come back to your base after one of your dinos have been killed, because obviously they're going to be killed if the people are attacking and they're blowing up a wall, and these dinos are obviously going to go attack them because they're set to neutral, and they'll attack them, and if they die, you'll get notified that your base is currently under attack, and that gives you the opportunity to fly back to your base and defend it. For that particular reason, that is why base defense dinos are number 4 on this list. Now, for particular loose, we have Ravagers wandering around as well as Dillos, so that if anyone does come near to our base and attack, the Dillos will blind them and slow them down, while our Ravagers will finish off the job. We also have Sabertooths wandering around, as well as a few other dinos, which we're not at liberty to discuss, as this is on our PvP server. Coming in at number 3, we have turrets. Now, turrets are obviously pivotal to any tribe and their defenses. These guys will essentially allow you to ward off any players that try to come close to your base. And you can see here we have a lot of turrets set up everywhere. Now, this is obviously for safety precautions, because if anyone comes in range of our base, they're going to get shot at with our turrets. And once again, if we get notified that the turrets have killed someone, then we can always come back and defend the base to make sure that we know it's safe. And it'll also prevent any other players from coming in. We can also then set the turrets to target specific targets. Obviously, we have it set to only survivors, so that way, if anyone decides to come near our base, they will automatically get shot off their mounts and killed. Unless, of course, they're running a stego. But you can see here, turrets are pivotal, because without them, it's allowing people to get into your base without having to put up a fight whatsoever. All they need to do is run up, chuck a C4 on, boom, bam, boom, and they're in. So turrets are pivotal to any tribe trying to survive on Ark. And that is why they are number 3 on this list. Now at number 2, if you guys haven't guessed this already from standing here, number 2 is a breeding program. If you have a breeding program going for your dinos, then you'll essentially have hundreds and hundreds of dinos and an army of them. You can see here, we are currently working on an ape army. These guys are going to be absolutely nuts. At the moment, at the time of this video, the TLC pass is not dropped for us. So we're simply waiting for the TLC pass to drop, but once it does, these guys are going to be so strong, and these guys will be our new base defense dinos. These guys will be wandering around everywhere around our base, and they'll essentially protect us. And you can see here, you don't have to necessarily do this just with apes. We've also been doing it with Ravagers and Sabertooths. So you can essentially breed your own army. Oh, and the Kairukus. You can see all the Kairukus in the world. Don't get me started on Kairukus. But having your own breeding program allows you to breed up your own army and continually supply your own dinos with as much firepower as you need. Now we're also currently working on Rexes as well as Spinos, but like I said, just keep breeding because these guys will allow you to breed a crap ton of dinos that will serve as base defense dinos or just armies for bosses, anything in particular that you really need them for. Even resource gathering dinos can be bred up. So it is for that particular reason that breeding dinos are number 2 on this list. Now, number 1 is the most pivotal in all of Ark. Now, if you're a solo tribe, this doesn't necessarily apply to you. However, if you're larger than a solo tribe, oh, this definitely applies for you. Number 1 is tribe mates that you can trust. Now, you can see here, our tribe is currently full. We have 4 people in our tribe, and we trust every single one of them. Now, this one here is particular, our trustworthy one. I don't know. Oh, we're just going to scrap that. Let's close that door. We didn't totally break his armor whatsoever just then. So, tribe mates you can trust, obviously, is number 1, because if you don't have tribe mates you can trust, and you invite someone into your tribe, they can easily come into your base, take all your resources, unclaim all your dinos, run away with all your dinos, and claim them for themselves. They can then also take all your items, destroy your entire base, without suffering any consequences. So it is for that particular reason that you definitely, I cannot stress this enough, you need people that you can trust in your tribe. That is why we as a YouTuber are so hesitant to just bring whoever the heck we want into our tribe. Oh my god. You also need a fashionable hairstyle. That is also number 1 for this particular reason. Jesus Christ, let's stop looking at that. Like I said, number 1, tribe mates you can trust, because without tribe mates you can trust, farming everything, getting everything that you want done is very difficult to do, especially if you're in a large scale tribe and in your large scale area that doesn't have quite a lot of space to do. Well, you're going to be in a bit of a pickle. So tribe mates you can trust is definitely number 1 on this list. Now that'll be it for top 5 things you need for your tribe. Guys, let me know what you thought of it down below. Let me know if there's anything I forgot about. Let me know if there's anything that you guys think needs to be on this list in particular, and I'll definitely get back to you on it. But other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you in the next one.